Good morning, traders. Welcome to YouTube show StockCast with my co-host James Mason and myself. Our goal today is to bring you some insights and ideas regarding the stock market, help you be successful with your day trading. Good morning, James. How are you?
Good morning, Todd. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Had to fight off a little. I don't think it was an Elsa storm, but sure shook the house last night pretty good. We had hard thunderstorms here in Michigan.
Oh wow! I'll be honest. I can't tell you how many times you spoke about the weather, and I'm always surprised. Like, dang, Michigan has that kind of weather. I mean, I was used to that when I was living on the coast, just getting these wild sporadic storms. But
well, the joke here in Michigan is if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes, it'll change.
Yeah, well, I remember that one day. It was like pretty warm around the rest of the nation, and then you were just like, "Yeah, man, it snowed last night."
Well, how many times has there been a conversation with Jeffrey, Johnny, you and I, where Jeffrey's like, "Hey, I got to turn the air conditioning on, and I'm building a fire in the wood stove."
Yeah, I'm always laughing. Jeffrey's like, "Man, it's so cold. I gotta go put a jacket on." He's like, "It's 74 degrees."
You bastard.
Oh man! So good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning? Let me know in the comments what y'all are looking at today, and we will get into it. But let's go ahead and talk about the pre-market. Good Lord, son. Dow futures already currently down negative 510 points. S&P 500 is down negative 62 points. And the world's over. That's it, guys. It's done. Now, Todd, good and well. This is one of those days that you're going to start seeing on social media. A lot of the COVID-19 era traders freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
About the crash. Oh, the market's crashing, guys. And then if you look on YouTube today, you're going to start seeing everybody doing the stupid videos about the stock market crash. And all their thumbnails are going to be like this, with their hand on their chin, looking up into the corner of the thumbnail. Yeah. Stock market crash? What? I hate that, man. I hate them. I just want to punch them in their faces. It's just stupid.
Well, according to one of our famous prognosticators on our membership, Ryan Stahl, he's saying this isn't even a big red day.
Hey, you remember when COVID-19 just started setting in and we were having those radical 3,000 point swings?
Yeah.
That was some brutal stuff. Good Lord. But those were the days, man. Those are some of the best day trades I've ever made.
Absolutely. With the red day, it will actually create some volatility, which sometimes creates opportunities for us day traders.
Yes. But this is needed, and also a lot more in the market. It's getting to the point where with a lot of these mid to large cap stocks, finding good solid entries, it's getting tough. We need some pullback. We need the market to cool off. But I fully expect that once July ends, man, fully expect the market to really take a hit. We're going to start having a lot of people defaulting on their mortgages and all the other good stuff that tears down the market.
When the housing market goes through their correction, which how can they not? I mean, they absolutely are going to have a correction. That's when we're going to really feel a real a dip or hit in the market, I believe, because people can't pay the rent and they can't pay it when they start getting foreclosed on their mortgages. That's when things are going to squeeze tight.
Oh yeah, and really though, when the housing market hits, that's when the rest of the world actually starts to notice all the cracks in the pavement and whatnot. And when it's hitting the everyday American, especially Americans who are not trading, that's when real panic sets in.
Absolutely.
Karen, yes, BNKD is up. So I am I'm holding notes in that, and if and when the market really does take a huge dump on everybody, that will, if I'm holding anything long, that will definitely prop up the entire portfolio. So if you guys don't know what ticker BNKD is, it is a inverse ETN for the big banks. So if the big banks start taking hits, that baby goes up in value. All right, let's go ahead and let's talk about some stocks.
Let's talk about, there's a big one today, that's going to be IPO today.
What's that?
Isn't Robinhood scheduled for an IPO today?
I haven't been keeping up with it.
I think that is accurate. I'm looking it up right now, but I saw some chatter earlier this week about it, and
did you see the article that came out about them? I think it was, I could be wrong, but I think the article said 90% of their revenue comes from, the data that they sell to all the hedge funds, and the largest buyer of their data is Citadel Capital.
Oh my God.
Irony in that.
That is crazy.
Man. All right. I would hate to be Robinhood on their IPO day. If it is today, they're going to get massacred.
I think it is. I think today is their day. It is bad timing on their part to come out on a heavy red day.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy red day.
They done held off once on this IPO. If I was them, I would hold off indefinitely until really the whole meme stock craze is over. Because as long as the meme stock craze is going on with like Wall Street bets and everything, people are going to remember and people are going to talk about how they basically helped out the hedge funds and started restricting trading for a lot of their stocks. So that's just me, but hey, to each their own. They'll just have to pay the price in their IPO because people are going to hammer them. They absolutely.
Oh yeah, they're going to get beat up. So we're about 13 minutes from the start of the market. There's a couple tickers here in our comments. Ticker DARE, DARE, DARE.
So I saw that one yesterday. Oh, making a move, and let's go to the daily chart right here. Let me share my screen. There we go. This is ticker DARE. So last update for short interest. And again, guys, like on this daily chart, short interest is updated bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks. This data could be up to 2 weeks old. That's essentially what I'm saying here. So let me knock off some of these lines right here. All right. So we can see this push up right here. Now, with this gap up yesterday, I would honestly assume that the short interest data is not accurate. I would assume that they covered on a lot of this. But last update for short interest, 1.27 million shares being short, almost 2.7% of the float being short, and shares outstanding 49.3 million shares. And then the float is 47. We'll just run it up to 7. So 47.7 million shares for the float. And had a couple filings yesterday. They also released news on June 28th about positive results for a phase 1 trial. So that's worth looking into. But if you look right here on this daily chart, we can see this. Well, what will end up being a cup and handle pattern forming later in the future. So we got the whole cup, the whole bowl right here, and then going up to create the backside. And we're going to see this dip in the future come down. And then we'll see a bounce somewhere, and then it's going to months later come up and make its little bullish run. But as of right now, Dare is not something that I personally would be, for myself. Like, I would not personally be looking to jump in long. Over the next few weeks, months, I do expect this to cool off, unless if they just drop some kind of significant catalyst and it makes it gap up, and then really I would just be looking to enter at the break above this high right here of yesterday. But until then, I do expect this thing to just sell off, for next few weeks to months, and then making that bounce going into the future. So as this thing pulls down, me personally, I would start, I'm actually going to set an alert right here. I would start to look around this 140 range to start accumulating just a handful of shares and just kind of playing it out that way. So we will come down here to this lower $1 range for some support. If they don't release nothing over the next month or so, it's just naturally going to sell off, and then we theoretically should start holding up right in the range between 117 and that 140, 145 range. So yeah, a little too soon for me to even try to chase ticker DAR, but it is something that I will look at going into the future if we do have this pullback.
All right, nice.
All right, let's see what else we have. Hey guys, who's still trading AMC? That's what I'm curious about. Like, I haven't really been keeping up with it too much. I know I spoke about it yesterday, but when I say I haven't been keeping up with it much, I haven't really been looking into like what's everybody's plan with this. I made a video about a month ago about 54.37 being in such a critical range, and then yesterday I was talking about that non-EMA curling over that 54.37 value, and man, it took a beating yesterday. So if you guys could let me know in the comments if you guys are even in it. I don't know. I kind of just believe that a lot of people are saying, yeah, this ain't gonna happen. That's the way it looks like, at least. And if you are sitting up in multiple hundreds of % in profit, please have a stop loss in somewhere. It makes no sense to have that much profit and to not be moving your stop loss up. Like, there's nothing worse than having 300 to 400% in profit and then you turn it into a losing trade. That's stupid. Don't be stupid like that.
Yeah, I traded AMC several times, simply as a day trade. I bet I never held the ticker for more than 20, 30 minutes tops. It was sometimes it was as little as seconds. Just really like that.
Interesting you say that, because that's exactly what the hedge funds do.
What's a hedge fund?
Hey, like I said yesterday, it's better to look dumb than to look guilty. Mm-hmm.
I get that box checked pretty good.
All right. So the one that everybody is going to probably be trying to chase today is ticker ARPO. Let's pull it up on the chart real quick. So you guys can see that, we've spoken about ARPO quite a few times, and we had the pre-market gap up today. Oh man, a super early gap up. It would have just been one of those trades that you would have had to known something to really make something out of it, and then it has turned into a fader. So what I'm kind of expecting, just by looking at this 5-minute chart on ARPO, is to have a little bullish bounce out the gates. Probably, I'm gonna kind of expect it to come up here and honestly break above 261 again, It's really hard to say exactly where it would go. I think it will probably, just based off the chart, probably test that $3 range. It's going to get hammered down. The shorts will be sitting right in this range, right up here between 3 and 375. This entire range, they are going to be heavy, waiting to hammer you down. So just be careful, guys. If you're going to day trade this one, man, you need to stay on top of it. So let me just get into some other information on it. So last update, short interest, 1.8 million shares being short, 6.4% of the float. Shares outstanding, 47.3 million shares. The float, 28 million shares. And they released a form this morning. I'll have to look in that, see what else is saying. But they have a bunch of Form 4s from July the 2nd.
I'm looking at a place I look for information, and they're showing that institutional ownership over 70%.
Let me look real quick. Yeah, almost 74%.
Yeah, so that would be a dangerous one to short based on that. That would be, you're going to be careful with that.
Yeah, but I mean, you know how the bears are. They literally will short something that's been beat down for months and go for 5 cents.
That's sadly that's true. There's literally they're shorting for pennies when there's so many opportunities to short for dollars out there.
It makes no sense at all. Like, how many times have we seen that happen where, it will shoot up, and it's good for us because we'll be long in the trade. It will shoot up, 15, 20 cents. We're like, yes, finally some momentum. And then bam, they're hitting it hard and just slamming it. I'm like, if you guys let this thing run up 2, 3, 4 points, you can short it down for 2 to 3, 4 points per share. But no, I don't know. Bears do stuff like that the same way that, same reason why dogs lick their balls, because they can.
We're about 3 minutes from the market. Just a piece of information. I've added to my POAI position today on this dip. I got some at $1.08. Add a few more shares to my position.
I had more yesterday, around $1.12, $1.13.
Yep, I added yesterday at $1.10. So this morning when my account flashed red, I go, I'll add a little more.
Actually, I placed the order yesterday, and man, someone had slammed it, and it triggered my order as well, and actually caused a pretty nice green candle. And then it pushed up, and then it all pulled back today.
Yeah. Well, the red market today, I'm not worried about it. So, all right, we're 2 minutes from just 2 minutes from game time. Any final thoughts?
Guys, today is going to be rough across the entire market. I mean, there's a lot of, you guys have already seen, the pre-market. If you guys are long in any positions holding overnight, you're probably already feeling it. I know I'm feeling it in some of my trades. It is what it is. But if you're sitting in profits, it's okay to move that stop loss up, and it's okay to take profits. Taking profits, even breaking even, is better than taking on red. Just remember that, guys. So trade safe, trade smart, and trade another day.
Have a good day, everyone. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.